Aloha, my name is Dacascos. I represent the Kajukenbo Wun Hop Kuen Do section. I'd like to give you a brief history of what Wun Hop Kuen Do or Kajukenbo Wun Hop Kuen Do is all about. There's been a tremendous amount of curiosity as far as how Kajukenbo became and where it is today. I'd like to try to clear up some of the mystery or deceptions that has happened within this last 50 to 60 years of that. Most of you who are in the Kajukenbo system are very familiar with Kajukenbo, which means karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, kenpo, Chinese boxing. However, this here is a history within itself in which I won't have the time to explain. But perhaps with other instructors or other grandmasters, you could get down to the bare essentials of knowing it. Kajukenbo, when it first began, actually started off as what we call the Black Belt Society. We came up, first of all, with the 5 individuals that made Kajukenbo into what they call the Kajukenbo Kenpo-Karate section. And this was actually started in 1947 to 1949. Now, this is going to be debated with a lot of grandmasters because there is a big history that goes beyond it. The persons that were involved were Emperado, Joe Hoke, right? Frank Ordonez, Chang, and Chu. Okay, Clarence Chang, sometimes referred to as George Chang. Okay, Peter Chu. These guys represented various parts of the martial arts. Emperado naturally came up with the Kenpo-Karate, and Hoke and Ordonez came up with the Judo Jiu-Jitsu, and Chang actually came up with the Chinese Kung Fu, and Chu came up with the karate part. And the karate part is going to be debatable also as for what style of karate. We won't get into that. Then you come into the other section, which is coming to the Tum-pai section. Now, the Tum-pai section was originated in 1963, and this came about because of the way that Professor Emperado felt on the internal workings of the Kenpo-Karate section of Kajukenbo. And these people that were instrumental in putting together was Emperado, De La Cruz, and then myself. I was actually at the bottom of the totem pole. When I moved up into California and started to work with more Chinese Kung Fu masters there, we then switched into the uan-fa, and that was created in 1965 with me leading the pack, and then Emperado, and then De La Cruz. Politically, we had some falling up among the Kajukenbo people, in which then the Wun Hop Kuen Do section was formed in 1960. What is it? I can't even see that. 1968. Okay, this is where we began to do it. Actually, the formation of Wun Hop Kuen Do, in which we will go into some of the techniques, came from here. So in essence, everything that what Wun Hop Kuen Do has, we have all of these divisions here, incorporating it. Kenpo-Karate was strictly for more of the people that were concentrated on the hard system. Tum-pai was the initiation of where we began to start putting the softer system into it, the internal arts, when Emperado felt very interested in instituting that into the system, which was the Tai Chi, the Pakwa, the Xinghe. The uan-fa came about when I came into Northern California and started to implement some of the northern and southern styles of Kung Fu. Therefore, we couldn't use the Tum-pai anymore because the Tum-pai concentrated more on the southern and internal arts. The uan-fa concentrated on the northern style. From that point on, we broke off and went into the Wun Hop Kuen Do section, which concentrated on the technical fighting principles, which had nothing to do with the per se on the historical or the technical part of Kajukenbo, but more so on the technical part on how, when, why techniques work. That concentrated on the free flow movements. Now, to understand when people get into the Wun Hop Kuen Do section or the Kajukenbo Wun Hop Kuen Do section, there are 5 phases that we go through. One is that all learning begins from the primitive stage. It doesn't matter whether you study computer science or whether you're a mechanic. Everything becomes primitive to you, which means that it's so new to you that you don't quite understand it. Then you go to the mechanical stage of learning it. Once you learn the mechanical stage, then it goes into the technical stage, which is how, when, why it works. Then it becomes into the part that we call the creative part. This is the part that where martial artists sometimes neglect because they get stuck into being in the primitive, mechanical, and technical and don't know how to get into the creative part and let the brain work. From this point on, it goes into fluidity part. The fluidity part is what all people want to get into because this is what we call the chi, the movement of the movements that make it work. Now, understanding this, Wun Hop Kuen Do concentrates more on the creative and the fluidity part. The part as of the primitive, the mechanical, and the technical is already bypassed. It's gone, okay? So we work with that. Understanding this too goes into another lapse. It goes into the system. What is the system that we practice? It's Kajukenbo. What is the style? The style could be any one of the Kajukenbo, Kenpo-Karate, Kajukenbo Tum-pai, Kajukenbo Ch, or the Kajukenbo Wun Hop Kuen Do. This is what we call the styles, okay? The methods is very interesting because now we would have the Kajukenbo system, the Kajukenbo Tum-pai style, and the method could be Kajukenbo, let's put it this way, Chuan-fa method, Gaylord's method. But now a person studying the Gaylord's method is expressing his way of the Gaylord's method as per se Sifu Bruno Robello. Okay? So it would be the Kajukenbo system, Chuan-fa style, okay? Gaylord method, the expression is Robello. So, same like within the Wun Hop Kuen Do section, we have the Kajukenbo Wun Hop Kuen Do, the Dacascos method, but then I have my students like Christian Wood's method or style, or excuse me, or expression. Okay, so it runs down into this. When people begin to understand this, then you'll have less confusion and less political infighting within the system or any style, is because you understand exactly where you come from. Once this is learned, this is how it works. What I'll be coming across with today is going to be concentrating on just a few techniques. One of it is going to be called posting, and the other is going to be called spearing, and the other is going to be called compression and extensions. Now, these are just principles that we work with because it doesn't matter. I want you to understand that it's just in the world that 90% of all people in the world or individuals in the world are going to be throwing techniques with the right side, whether it's going to be a right leg or right hand. It's normal for a person to throw a right punch or a slug. Now, traditionally, because of the martial arts, we are taught to do the mechanical way, which is this way. But in reality, that's not the way it happens out in the street. Because if he came home late one night, and I happen to be the wife, and he don't have a good explanation, I'm not going to hit him with a straight punch. I'm going to hit him with a frying pan across the head, and it comes in an angle, okay? So most techniques in the world, when persons are coming out from the point of being stressed and not thinking, they will come out like this, like that, or they will slap this way. It's not like this way. It's normal. It's a normal motion that happens, and it's an animal instinct that we have. Everyone has to come out with this one. When I were to say, hey, punk, you go, what? That is natural. You don't just go, up. No way. And I'm not arguing with any martial artist. We all go to the mechanical stage, which is called the static stage. And static training is very important in all martial artists movements, especially when the very beginning, because it gives the student, pretending that I'm the student, it gives me a chance to develop my techniques. Say that he stands and he throws a straight punch. Straight punch, okay? That is mechanical, and it's called static, because he freezes. And then I have a chance to go pop, 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 all the way, and he's still there. This is very good out on the street if you are statue, but it don't work this way. Human beings are not that way. What will happen is naturally, he's going to come inside and take a full swing for my head, roundhouse punch. Then I work, okay? That is wrong. Now, okay, what he did was this. He threw the punch and he stopped, okay? Now I'm going to show you reality, okay? Drop your head, okay? Okay, this is me now. If I'm mad at him, I'm going to attack, okay? If I'm mad at him, I'm going to do this. You see my movement? Look at this. It's not this. No, nothing. Reality is the balance is off, or sometimes it's that way. So that is the reality of it, is movement. So what a person must train with after they go through the technical or the mechanical or the static movement is to develop the kinetic movement on how to work. Now, try to realize this. You don't have 1 second or 2 seconds to decide what to do. What must happen is this. When an attack comes, it comes fast. And the most safest place, if I were to ask you, where is the most safest place to defend against, it would not be section 1, section 2, section 3, or section 4, but it would be deep section 4, the deepest place to get. Because anytime that a punch comes inside right here, round punch, which is 90% of the population in the world, if you were to move into this position, you're going to intercept it with your jaw, and I don't know if your jaw can block that. Or if you're going to intercept it with your hand, yeah, it's too strong. It's still going to overpower you, okay? And even if he throws and you go down, then this might come up also, okay? That's section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. Now, section 1 would work if you use what we call the dip. And the dip would be come inside like this. Now notice that when I did this movement, I used what we call collateral damage. Collateral damage comes because I stepped in, as I hit in here, this went here, which is called compression and extension, see? So now that he throws a punch inside, I come inside, I go like, bam! And I hit at the same time, which causes that to break, and I hit inside here into the sternum solar plex. That's easy for me because once I disengage from him, that's easy because I did this in here, then I begin to take down and work with him. Okay, so in other words, it would look like from this side here, he would be coming inside. You see that? Here he goes, in here. And then I work. But now, come this way. If I were to work here, this is too much power, too much movement. If I'm here, it's this one. Shorter movement, short movement, because the whole muscle is more powerful than that. This is good to knock out because of the air, but that is shorter, okay? Notice that even when I'm here in this movement I'm using, this is still shorter for up into the neck. Bam, he comes down, inside, in, short movements. Everything is based on short movements. Thank you. Okay, now, what I've shown you was working on 1, 2, which is not the best place to be. So he's throwing the punch, throw the punch, run out, just like that here. You see? Go full. You see where he goes in? So if I continue my movement, so I continue and I go. But I hit as I move, okay? Or when he throws, yeah, I drop down low right here. And this is good movement because it's okay if he's under me because I'm over this way because this is my next movement. And when I lift up, he's gone. It's safer movement, under. You okay? All right. Now, that is working with number 4. That is safe zone, the safest zone. Now, there's 2 places that a man cannot hurt you. One is if I'm kissing him, or 2, if I'm outside. This is called the critical distance line. I'm going to get hurt. Kick. No, your leg. Kick. This, wow, good. This is called critical distance line. Anytime I'm here or here, I get hurt. But anytime he throws his punch and I'm inside, I'm safe. Or if far away, near or far. So 3 zones. Kiss, critical distance line, far. Now, most of the time, fights are inside. And it takes guts because you will have to be able to read the shoulders. No one is going to stand this way. Okay? If I want to hit him, you stay here, and I'm walking up to him, I'm not going to do this. Okay? Most of the time, I'm going inside, quickly. All techniques must be considered to be a person with a weapon in the hand. Okay? You cannot anticipate that this is just a punch, because you never know if he has a knife. So the objective is just that. Anytime a knife comes up or a punch comes up, is to jam quickly, stay out of the way, and disengage or engage. Now, if I wanted to hurt him and I had a knife, I'm not going to do this because he sees it. What I'm going to do is get it right here. That's it. He's cut. And you notice that what I did not do this. Open. I went one movement. He's in. So that means I'm taking him out. So tell me, does he have chance to defend? No. But because the hand is here, okay, this is what could have happened. I could have come inside and he could have stopped me right here. Yes, maybe he get poked right here. But he's not dead. Okay? Because normally, okay, what happens is just that. See, come inside here, like this, like this. See? I can stop here. It's here. But the first movement that you must do to stop him is, watch this one. Now there, if you are over 45 years old, don't practice this technique, because if you hit the man on the side of the neck, he's going to go out. Okay? Because normally what would happen is that when he comes up, slice, no, stand normal like this. Yeah? Because he's got a knife, I don't know. So he's going to cut, okay? Here, then I go inside here. That is fine, because if I hit him hard enough right here, you feel this. Okay? He can feel this because he calls that this one here. When I come inside, bam, from here, then I watch this one. Then the knife is here. Then it's inside. Okay? So that's how we work with this knives this way. It's just that because it's down and it comes inside, okay? Here. At least a little bit. Because you don't know. He's not going to do this. Go up like this. Oh, thank you. Good movement. He's not going to do this. All knife techniques, or anybody, if you guys ever work, some of you guys work in the prison systems, okay? One of the most famous type of stabbings, I'm not going to pull this out, is what they do this. They normally do this. Okay? That's how people get hit. That the knife coming over the top. Okay? Now, through the knife inside, that he's coming in. See? The only thing that I can stop is this one. But I have to be able to go for the eyes right away. So he comes inside, see? Inside right away. And that's just called spearing, the movement. Now, sure, the knife might come out a little bit, but hit hard. That thing is hard enough to work. And then, instead of pulling back, you go this way, inside, to drop. And then, from here, then get the knife out of the way. Okay, the movement that we were doing, or going to do right now, is actually the same movement we did on the last section, but from a different view and using a training knife, okay? You can never tell, but I can always tell that something is hidden there. But I'm not going to make my movement upwards because I don't want him to know. But his objective is to come inside and stab, okay? That is the critical distance line here. But the critical distance line is interrupted if I'm here. So it goes back inside, you see? So for me to close the distance, when I see the hand comes in, it's step inside. This causes the blinding, okay? But the movement don't stop. Watch as you look, my elbow goes. I'm going to hit here, here, or up inside. You okay? The throat. This knife is going to come out because even if I hit here, all I will do is just do this movement. And it's out, okay? Then I take, okay? Come in. Again. Okay. Bam, okay? Up or inside. Turn it inside this way. Down. The knife is out, okay? Come. You don't want to have the knife all the time. The knife has got to be gone, okay? The same thing like if it's coming inside from the top, yeah? You slice, yeah? See? Yeah, good. See? This is what he's doing right here. But I have to be able to intercept in right here. I cannot let him stay here. It's too weak. It's too weak. He comes inside. You see, I see that go inside right away. Same movement. When I hit right here, again, I shoot up right here like this. See, just like this, yeah? Like that. So I come down like that, inside here. When I begin to hit, the knife is still here. Even if I'm using the knife right here, that's okay. This knife is still there. But when I hit inside here, that should disengage the knife inside. Now there's many different ways to disengage. Bam, I can rotate and then bring it up into taking them out and cut this way, okay? So the knife is still down into this position, up, inside. That one is here. I can bring down the knife because the energy is still coming down, and I lead into him, inside here, which means that the knife is in that position here, okay? That's all I need. From that position here, fine, I disengage and move away. Now, thank you. I'm just using a couple of examples of what we're doing. Basically what it is, this movement here is what we call the spear movement, okay? And the spear movement is like very basic. It's like you're putting your head inside of a roof. It's covered this way. Come up slowly, put the knife down, okay? The same thing too. He throws a roundhouse punch, same thing. That's all I did, inside. Disengage. It doesn't matter because this is still good. This is still good. Even if right here he comes inside, better yet, because that is always the first contact is here. Always inside. You can take a lot in this position here. And normally, when I'm going into this position here, I drop straight down. I don't bring down this way. I come inside and I pull and I drop down this way. And I use the ground as my weapon. If he's out on the street, this is concrete and pavement. So when he come up a little bit. Here, good. And this is the ground, and I got him here. I will slam his head into the ground. Bam! Right there. That's good enough. It's a knockout. And I don't do this. It's too slow. From here, I go out this way. So the movement, instead of coming up here, I go straight across. Then I wrap inside. Look. Take it here. Take it. Inside. That's all I need. Because my movement is here and because this is here, I now use the collateral damage. You see that? He feels this. All I did was just turn. That's all. So, bam! Break the hand and move away. Now, when I retreat from the 11 o'clock position, the 12 o'clock position, or the 1 and 2 o'clock position. No time do I retreat from this position. Because if I retreat from this position and he gets up, pull your knife out, I'm dangerous. He can hit me. So when I break off and I break off from him, from bam, here, I'm here. Quickly, okay? I don't kick from this back leg. I shuffle in and use this one. It's hard to do slowly because my movement is actually going to come right on top of his head and move in. This one, it's okay. But if the leg is here, do it. And if I use the back leg, then I use what they call the shadowless kick, which is rotating you in that position, okay? What we did previously, what we call spearing inside this position. Notice that the spearing movement is always a hit and a strike at the same time. Let me emphasize that. Strike and hit at the same time, and positioning my leg in between or on the outside of his leg to give me a better balance. Come forward, okay? Stay right there. This is what I'm doing. Inside, deep, not like this way, okay? So when he throws that punch inside, I'm inside, here. Now, notice, turn the other way, that I'm on the inside. I've got the position here, but this operates as a leg to cause him to be off balance. So I'm coming here. I have to watch this hand, okay? This position is a good position because I knock that out there and then open up. Or, okay, being in this position here, if he decides to throw the punch for this head, all I do is come again, or come around this way, turn, see? Okay, I stop him here, but now he begins to throw that punch. Throw it. I pull down. It's no good. So he throws the first punch, bam, he throws the second punch. It cancels out. That leaves me for this one here, which means inside and work. Okay? Okay, good. Okay. That is working with spearing. Spearing has many different options, because as I come into this position here, I can work with the hooks, and I'm going to show you different variations because you can make it work. Okay? So when you do this one here, the options on this one here is inside, up, down, lock. Okay? Options. Naturally, you have more. Okay? That is just working from this position here. Naturally, when you're doing this movement, remember this, cancel out, but also coming in. And naturally, when I'm hitting with this and locking in, inside lock. You feel that, yeah? So inside tight. Also, I can use my head inside for the pain, okay? Next is what we call defensive posting. Defensive posting means I'm defending myself, but I am also stepping into his critical distance line. The posting can be done like this, right? It can be done like this or like that, okay? But notice that it's like the American football helmet that has a nose guard. My nose is in between here, okay? Come. As an example, he goes into the posting movement and he puts his hand close in right here. Okay? It's protecting his nose. Can you see? Good. And he protects his body right here. So it doesn't matter when I'm punching. He's protected. But if he's like open, then I hit him here, he hurts. So he's protected here. All this is protected. And naturally, hitting here, it hurts the hand. Okay? So in other words, you jab me. You jab me. Okay? You see? That's all I'm doing. Right here. All I'm doing this, just to cover myself. This is important that my jaw is protected. So this is what we call posting, or we do the posting in this position. Now posting, when I begin to post, it makes you stronger. But it's always supposed to mean that I'm going to hurt him at the same time. Because if he comes inside like a roundhouse punch, my posting, I must always step into him. And when I post, when I step in, I'm stepping in this way because I'm protecting. So roundhouse punch again. Come on from this side, okay? Okay, his roundhouse punch is coming this way right here, inside. But I have to be able to post this way, that way, straight in. One movement. The movement comes inside, okay? Bam! Now notice my leg. That works. Turn. That works. So what you saw was going inside, stepping up like this. So you're covering in the inside. This one here has also many benefits also. Come inside. So we'll do it from this angle. Come in slow, see? Inside. Here you have this, you've got this, you've got this, you've got that, that, inside. But all tight, all from the upper body. This also gives me the protection when the other hand throws this way and my head begins to work. Inside, okay? While I'm open in this position, this begins to work. And this is called extension because this is compressed. This is extension here. So I will extend the hand right here, like that. See, like this? Nothing. But the minute I extend, it hurts. Extend, compress. So when I compress the nose into the shoulder, bam, compress inside here, then I extend again, out again. You okay? So you go into the compression extension movements. It's not a technique that's going to knock him out. No way. What you will do is you will disrupt the brain because the brain is moving back and forth like that. So when I'm going up and forward, when I'm going up, back, yes, it causes him problems. You okay? It causes problems. That is what we want. This is only what we're doing with the spearing and this. Now, does this movement work against only here? Notice that when they come in, see, I also hit under, okay? But even if the other hand comes inside, I still work the same way. It's always coming upwards. Why do I call upwards? Because man is strong going down. Very weak going upwards. So when I hit upwards, it hurts. Upwards, it hurts. Down, strong. Up, weak. So when I come inside, bam, weak. Strong, bam, up again. All at that point. Gracias. This next movement is what we're going to call the forward knee reflex exercise. The objective is to make your knees work in close range to give you the benefit of causing balance, off balance on your opponent. Now what it looks like, it will look like I'm coming here, but I can either go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? And this is how it looks like, okay? Come from this side right here. All right, I think the best way would be from right here. When a person steps in to throw the punch, okay, I'm doing this, I will step in also right here. Turn a little bit more sideways, okay? Here, bam, inside. So my first movement, it will go 1, 2, 3. Now this hand comes this way, up, or if I'm this position right here, I will step this way and then hit this way, up, that way, okay? So the movement, let's do it from there. Round punch inside, okay? Bam! 1, 1, 2, 3, okay? 4, 5, open. This next movement we call buzz saw. Just like the saw, goes like this, okay? This movement is used to train the Wun Hop Kuen Do students to develop the inside elbow and knee techniques. It works from the kitchen range in. It is a drill, only a drill. It is not something that necessarily you can make it work out on the street. However, you can, certain times. Remember that not all techniques out on the street is going to be perfect. It's always going to have Murphy's Law and always going to be messed up somehow. But the technique that we're doing looks like this, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now this is what it looks like, okay? Come on this side here. Okay. That is training method right here. This is where the punch is going to go. The objective is to cause paralyzation here. So I'll do this. 1, that's the first. 2 is underneath. 2, okay? 3, I step forward, I pull down. 4, 5. Now this is where we come the buzz saw. I hit here. 6, 7 will be here. 7, 8 will be here. 8, 9 will be here. Okay? 10, 11, 12, this is 13. 13, 14, 15. That's a movement for training. So it goes like this. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Only a drill. You do this until, throw, punch now, okay? Until you can be able to do a straight punch, okay? In us, you can do it like this. Up, in. That's, you're working with it, okay? Now, this movement, even if it throws a roundhouse punch, it still works. Roundhouse, see, like this. It still works. 1, 2, same thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If it comes inside from the left hand, it's still the same thing. 1, 2, see? 3, 4, 5, 6. It's all the same. It doesn't matter what the person is going to do. So the movement is only a drill. Now, say that now he comes inside with a roundhouse kick. It's still the same roundhouse kick. There, you feel that, right? Same thing, slow little, so you don't get hurt. See, it's here. Inside, inside. You see, pop, 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 boom, inside. The movements are there just for training. It's all so that you develop the inside range. He might grab me. He might grab me. That's fine. He grabbed. Because I still work the same way. Inside. It's, see, my movements are always short. What we'll do is an exercise. This is a threat exercise. It is not a stabbing exercise. A stabbing exercise, it would be, he go like that, okay? But this is not. He's threatening me. In other words, he wants my money. Threat. Now, in this kind of situation here, it has to work very fast. The critical point is just to hit in the back of the hand here and here, okay? But it must be followed up. So when you begin to start hitting, you must be able to hit fast and quick. So I'm like, oh, I don't have any money like this, but you see the movements and you're going to do this. Inside, okay? Again, okay? So watch what I did right here on the threat. I did this. And this side, I hit on the inside here, forcing the knife to go out. The knife flies out. From here, I shoot straight down to the groin. Bam, hit up, bam, and hit the side of the neck. Bam. From that point, it's up to me what I want to do. I can split and run or do whatever I want. So now let's try to do it again slow, okay? So, he's got the threat. My hand's up here, and I hit. Bam. Step in. 1, 2, 3. Okay? Again. Knife is inside. Hey, what do you want? Inside. Make it work that way. Sometimes, even in hitting, it might be stiff. I might go, bam, but the knife don't come out. So therefore, I have to go 1, inside, cut. Okay, so watch again. On this one, he's inside. Oh, it don't work. I bring the hand up into this position here, bring it here, and then go straight in. This way. Okay, watch again. Okay, he's inside. The knife went. Okay, hold tight, yeah. The knife don't go. Up, there. Good. Okay. So it's just a counter for that. Okay. Okay. Now, if you're good, 2 different ways. Okay. You can. He comes inside of the stab. Yeah. He's coming in for the stab right here. Now, remember that most guys, when they stab, they don't stab like this. They will stab like this. Watch this. Like that. Okay. So the timing has to be right. Okay, so that means I have to catch him when he comes inside, stab him, bam, inside. But that didn't go. But you see, I'm still guarded. And that means when the guard, even if it bends, I must still slap the knife out of the way. Whatever it is you slap, come again, okay? He didn't give it to me, so he came inside, I go, bam, that was good. Okay, the other one, don't, okay? I go inside, bam, it don't come inside. Well, then it's like this. Out right away. In, okay, you move. You've got to be able to do that. Okay, now we had straight lunging, okay? Now you have where he's coming across from that way. So he's coming inside like that, right here. I have to be able to step in. So he comes inside right here. Then right from here, I come up this way and drop it. The knife is out. Then I'm going, okay, watch again. Okay, he comes inside. Oh, I'm dead, okay? I don't want that. I come inside, boom, inside. Right from here, up, turn around, and come down this way. And move, okay? Again. Do it from this side, okay? So the movement comes inside, here, okay? You can do that way. Turn it quickly before he pulls back. Because if he pulls back, he can cut me. So as soon as I hit inside, I turn up this way, and then drop it down and break it. Thank you. First stab, okay? Bam, dead. Here. Boom, dead, okay? Come in. Bam, here. Now from here, once I stop, then I hit here, then I swing in. Okay, so come inside, stab inside. Bam, inside, swing in. That is what I need, right inside here. That is here. I just helped, I push inside, and then from here, extension out. Bam, out. And go. Keep it simple. Don't make anything really where you're going to end up into a lot of trouble, okay? Because that's not the only thing that's going to happen. Come again, okay? He comes inside, yeah, bam, here. I might not be able to do this one, but then again, he has the other punch that comes in. I have to go in. Now, when I go inside, I don't stay here because he can always do this. So when I block inside here, I'm going to the side right here. Because what I'm going to do is this, he's going to come inside. hit inside here, and then I'm going to use what I call my extension, which is going to go up into this position. Okay, so I'm this slowly. Okay, I'm going to go bam inside, or this way, or this way. Okay, so I went this way. Now he throws that punch inside. Here, okay? I'm inside deep, inside. Or if I can, I slip in here and then come back in, push in, extension out, break loose, and moving out. Many of you have already seen this type of movement before because it's really common in the Eskrima style, especially when we get into what we call the Dosei Party style, which is under Grandmaster Kajukenbo. And naturally, in the system of martial arts that I practice in the Filipino arts, I like to work with Grandmaster Kajukenbo because of his inside fighting. Now, this is just a very simple technique. It's called disengagement. The objective is just that he's coming down on the head right here on me, and when he comes in and attacks, I guide, but I grab the thumb. The thumb is the key right here. I must be able to grab the thumb, and I must be able to shoot. But when I shoot, I point where exactly I want the stick to go. So in other words, come in, okay? He comes inside, grab, spin, point, out. That's where the stick is going. Then from that point here, I work and begin to work with my movement. Okay. Okay. So again, he comes in, see? Up, grab, point. Okay. Again, give me the stick. Okay. Okay. Another one we have is also coming from the top, is actually stop in this position, bring it to this position, but I'm here. I sacrifice my hand. So I stop him right here, but I sacrifice, but I also grab the thumb, but I also disengage. I grab the thumb, but I punch out. Thumb-wise, I still got him right here, and I stay on the side of him. Okay, so come in. Okay, comes in, stop him, inside, disengage. Punch in, thumb down. Okay? Okay. Good. Notice that everything that we're doing is disengaging, trying to get the weapon out of the hands. This is a drill that I do to help a person be sensitized to disengaging the weapon from this person. If I am, example, a police officer, this is my partner, and he's getting held up. This is one of the basic drills that we do to disengage, okay? But I'm coming up from the blind side where he cannot see me. Here, he can see me. So that means he's going to track me by coming and facing me this way. I don't want him to track me. So I come inside from the part that he cannot see. When I come in, what I will do this. I will hit the hand up this way, but disengage it and hit this way by coming off that way, okay? Hit, down, and take them off. So in other words, I'm coming to save my partner. So I'm coming across, slowly, I'm coming in. See, pointing into him. Hands here, inside. Hit, down. Okay. Now, hands up. Okay. So I'm coming up from the weak side. So I'm coming up and going that way. Here it is. Thank you. This is another way of disengaging. Okay. I put my hands up very slowly, but not up here. Keep it close enough for me to move. I'm like this. The best is try to keep your hands up into this position right here, okay? Now, a lot of these techniques was developed by, well, I'm not saying developed because I don't know, but the guy that actually taught me these techniques was a guy by the name of Bob Dugan, okay? He worked with the ESI, Executive Security Internationals. But also, a lot of the techniques that are taught now that are very, very good techniques come from another Kajukenbo instructor by the name of Keith Slaughter, out of Los Angeles. He actually works with the police departments into weapon disengagement. But one of them, one that I like to teach is coming up from this position here, but I move out of this position. So if in case he shoots, he shoots. But what I will do is that I will drop this hand down, not this way, because it's still going to shoot. So I will drop this way. And then I will hit this way, but look at the finger. The finger is caught. When I pull, I put my leg here, and I rip the finger out, and I'm covered. Okay, so come up again. The finger's inside. I'm right here. Drop here, hit in, disengage. Okay. Now, if I were to do it faster, for training purpose, I would be like this. My hand is already in the trigger, ready to go. Okay. So watch again. Okay. Okay. Inside. There it is, pointing in. Let the finger break, in, out, down. Okay. Whatever way I got it, I'm holding it into this position. I don't put it out here so he can grab it back. I'm keeping it close to myself right here. Okay. That's one way. We have others that goes into the position like this, which is a lot more scarier. But this is disengagement. This hand will come this way. So what I'll do, I'll come up this way and I'll push in to him. Thing is that I have the weapon. Thing is like this right here. Inside, got him. Disengage. Okay? Now, the one thing about weapons, whether the hand is inside or not, okay, it will come out no matter what. It will come out. No matter what way I do it, it's going to come out. Okay? No matter what way I'm doing, it's still going to come out. So it doesn't matter, even if he does it gangster style. What I will do is I'll drop, but I'll also go upwards and then come down. Okay? He's got him right inside here. Then I'll jerk it out. Okay? So all of these are different methods of actually making sure that, okay, making sure that he don't have the gun inside. I'm taking it away right away, and I'm close enough so that I'm here, because here, bam, inside. We don't want to stay too far away. You can, basically, as far as you can, but I like to be close enough because if he comes inside and disengaged, I'm going inside. And I use this unit as a punching weapon. I use it as a punch. Okay? I don't want necessarily to put holes into them, but all I'm doing is using the butt end and learning how to work with it. So this is that. Now, well, you asked me, well, what if he's using two hands? Yeah, same thing. There it is. Same thing. Okay? Two hands again. Same thing. Okay? Or maybe he got it down to my balls, like here. Same thing. Down. I hit this way. It comes out. You can see, look, here. That's all it is. Inside. Okay? All it is, it takes drill. Okay? Now some will do, even from the back, they'll do this one here and they'll hit here. Well, that's good, but my hand is already there. And that's what I want. Right inside. Come. Okay? So he comes inside. All I'll do is I'll do this one here and put it right inside here, into his neck. Okay? Free hand. Okay, come up. This next movement we're doing is what we call a 6-count drill. It is practiced in all of the Wun Hop Kuen Do schools. The 6-count drill is an exercise to teach the person how to be a good feeder and a good hitter. A good feeder will be the one that actually throws the punch. A good hitter will be the one that does the technique all the way up to the 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And on 6 counts, the person that is the feeder becomes the hitter by blocking. As an example, we'll do this slowly, okay? He throws the first punch inside, okay? That's 1. This is my first strike. 1. Now I'm going to continue in. 2. No, you don't block. See, he don't block. What it does is that it's my training session. It gives me the opportunity to see my openings and see how I work. So this is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now on the 6, he is supposed to block it. Block. Now he hits 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a 6. So bring up 6. I block 1. Okay. Then I continue on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block. Block it. 6. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that the 6? Go ahead. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now what we want to do with this on this drill is that we want to make sure that all of his techniques that he's doing is always covering the center line. This is called the center line. So when you do the techniques, it's all covered. So say that now that he does the 6 movement. See? 6. My movement is working on my 6. So I have to be able to make sure that I'm covered. I don't do this and draw my hand back and draw my back. No, it's too wide open. So when he comes inside, I'm doing all covered. Covered. 6. This is my 6. You make your 6. Count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1. Slowly. 6. Good. Good. 6. Okay, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, cover your opening because you was too open. You got to be covered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. You have the idea, okay? This is the first time that Sifu Bruno is working with me on it, but the potential is there. It's going to come up. The more that you work with it, it's going to be not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going brah, 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 very fast, all. But it's not only because of standing up, because there are other times that I'm doing the 3 movements. He chose, so he does the movement, I will take him down, boom, and take him down inside. Work, boom, boom, inside. And that will be like maybe my 6th movement. And he begins to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, we're working from the bottom. Why? Because this is real. What is going to happen is just that, can he operate from this position? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5, 6. Okay, cool. It's good. But you see, we can have fun on this. This is a real good exercise because it's free flow. It's not something that is prearranged. You never know what's going to happen out to the street. All techniques that come out by creativity and fluidity. Thank you very much for joining me.